I fought for you. Harding, Beesbury, the fucking apple boy, we fought for you. Your prince fought for you against men sworn to protect him. He risked nothing.
He's out of line, but he's right.
All right, what is up, everybody? Here to give my thoughts over the rant of one Lionel Baratheon, the laughing storm that happened in the finale of A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. And here's the thing. I know a lot of people, I know a lot of you guys are probably going to disagree with me because Baelor Targaryen was such a great guy. But if you really listen to his rant and you listen to everything he had to say and other individuals throughout the season, you can understand where they're coming from. And I totally agree because the evidence is out there. So, if you're, I played it at the beginning of the video, but essentially in the rant, he makes a solid observation, a solid fact, if you ask me, is that during Duncan, it was a terrible time, but Duncan was feeling down. And he starts talking about how Baelor died for him and he sacrificed. And that wasn't the case if you really think about it. Lionel says him, Harding, Beesbury, and the Apple Boy, they all sacrificed, which is true because if you look at it, who is he sacrificing himself against? The Kingsguard, who are sworn to protect him, his family. Yeah, they got Fossaway in there, but there's no way Fossaway is getting anywhere near or attempting to take Baelor out. Now, see, here's the thing. The Targaryens, if we look at them as a whole, it's not a good time for them, at least for their power, because a lot of people do not like them. I mean, look at the rant by Raymond Fossaway.
Why is that hard?
They're incestuous aliens, Duncan. Blood magickers and tyrants who've burned our lands, enslaved our people, dragged us into their wars without a mote of respect for our history or our customs. Every pale-haired brat they saddled on us has been madder than the last. Gods know how. The only honourable thing a Targaryen can do for this realm is finish on his wife's tits.
Everybody loves Raymond Fossaway. Listen to his rant. What he talks about and things he talks about, are so true. I mean, you go back 13 years ago, the Targaryens had their civil war, the first Blackfire Rebellion. You go back 80, 90 years, you have the Dance of the Dragons and all the people that suffered because of these Targaryens and their nuclear devices, those dragons of theirs where they're burning everybody. And it's like nobody serves the Targaryens because they think this is just a noble house. Like you look at a house like the Starks, and I'm not even the biggest fan of the Starks. I think a lot of the time in the world of Westeros, the Starks, for the most part, some of them are honorable fools. But you look at the people, they love them. They love, the Starks, they're people up north. They love them, and the Starks, they've proven that they care about the people who serve under them. The Targaryens, not so much. I mean, they're foreign invaders. If you think about it, they're foreign invaders. And they brought everyone to heel with their dragons, even going to the show Game of Thrones. What did John Umber say? It was the dragons we knelt to. It wasn't the Targaryens, it was their dragons. And so at this point in the story, there are no dragons. And like I said, you hear the sentiments of someone like Raymond Fossaway. And Lionel just told you how he truly feels. I think that Baelor was there for that very reason. This was a political thing. He was there politically. He wasn't there to participate in the tourney. He's there to represent the crown, be amongst a smaller lord like this. Ashford is nowhere in the grand scheme of things, but he's out there trying to bridge gaps and show the people, show their faces, show the people that we care. Hey, we're out here. Look at us. We're not just in King's Landing in the Red Keep. We're here. And so the whole thing with Dunk, when it comes down to Dunk and this trial by, the trial by 7, what took so long? You think if you really, you believe Sir Duncan was right, Why weren't you there at the beginning? Like I said, all of this, I believe, was political theater. He comes out at the last minute. The crowd is super excited. And the thing about it is, him being the heir of the throne, and him standing up for Dunk. Everybody knew Dunk was in the right. Arian is a piece of shit. Baelor knows it. His father, Mykar, knows it. Everybody knows it. What he did was wrong. But for him, the heir of the throne, to come out and defend this hedge knight, this guy from the trenches, to do what is right. I mean, you couldn't have wrote the script any better. And like I said, politically, it goes a long way for them. It goes a very long way for the Targaryens. And it's safe because, like we said earlier, and like Lionel said earlier, who is he sacrificing? Like, they are actually sacrificing their lives. And two of them did lose their lives. Now, Baelor lost his life, but it was an accident. He didn't go in. We'll never know, but I'm just assuming, like, he went into this. This was a calculated risk, and he probably looked at there's no one. I'm cool. No one's gonna hurt me. He even talks about before the match, hey, I'll take the King's Guard and draw them away from y'all. Which it didn't work. Somebody ended up getting killed by one of the King's Guard. But the point of the matter is, he went into it knowing, man, nothing's probably gonna happen to me. This, like I said, this was all a political. To gain political favor and look good for the small part. Positive press for the Targaryens, because they, their name's been kind of dragged through the dirt. They're and this right here, and on top of that, this is the first trial by 7 in nearly 100 years. So this is definitely something that's going to spread throughout the realm. And hey, this is, like I said, positive press. So, like, once again, look, I'm not saying Baelor Targaryen is not a great guy, but, to sit here and think this guy's life, yes, he did die. Like I said, it was an accident, but I don't think he went into this, man, my life, man, I'm really putting it on the line here. No, this was totally a political thing. And like I said, it's unfortunate that he died. It was an unfortunate accident. And I mean, it's crazy how Lionel was like, and the gods don't like a fraud. It's like in today's time, God doesn't like ugly. And so, yeah, I could be a homer. Because I've said it before. If you've seen any of my videos, House Baratheon is my favorite house. Stannis Baratheon, my favorite character, who I think is the greatest warrior throughout all the Westeros and all the stories, Robert Baratheon. So, like, I'm Baratheons through and through. But at the same time, I can be a Baratheon homer, but this guy is right, though, what he says. Like, it just happens to all line up. Home team wins and home team is right. But I really feel that Lionel, his observation, he is correct. I mean, it just is what it is. But yeah, I wanted to make this quick video because I've been seeing, like, everybody, people out here making clips of it. But I just thought as somebody who loves the Baratheons, I felt I should say something about it. Like I said, I feel he's right. 100%. Like, he's right. That guy didn't sacrifice shit. It's Honorable Ned Stark said something very similar to Jamie Stark, where he talks about honor, and he says, honor comes easy when there's, oh God, and I'm paraphrasing. I wish I remembered exactly what he said, but essentially he's saying that honor comes cheap when there's no price to pay. Like, when there's no wars or anything going on, it's easy. It's easy to be honorable. But when it's truly on the line, that's when your honor really, really comes forth. Some people could say Ned Stark, he's supposed to be the most honorable guy in the realm. But when the headsman, when Jarvan, and they had him confessing, and he lied and said that he wanted to make a play for the throne. I mean, some people would say, if you was as honorable as if you say you are, you would have said, hey, they're going to do something to my daughter. It's my choice, but I cannot lie, which I'm not saying I wouldn't do that. Shoot, I got 6 kids, 3 girls, 3 boys. I would have done the same thing. But I mean, technically what he did, I don't know. I don't know. That's a different video. I guess I can debate that in a different video. But my point is like Lionel, I agree. Baylor truly did not put anything on the line. He died. It was an unfortunate accident. Even his brother said it was an accident. It wasn't like his brother went out and killed him and he got killed. No, he was not going to die. It was an accident. And so, yeah. So I'm waiting. I'm waiting to see what the comments say about this. I'm pretty sure there's going to be some people in here definitely do not agree with me and going to feel a way about it. And that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. Like I said, Baylor, Breakspear, Targaryen, people love this guy. They loved him before this show, and he's got all new fans since this show came out. And I get that, but I'm telling you, Lionel Baratheon, the Laughing Storm, was correct. He was right. He was right. This guy sacrificed nothing. Nothing. So, with that being said, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. So, man, like I always say, man, if it's for 1 minute, 5 minutes, the whole damn video, I appreciate you taking time out of the day to view my content. If you haven't already, please do me a favor, hit that subscribe, smash the like, and of course, get in the comments, which I'm sure there'll be a lot of you that will. But with that being said, everybody, it's your boy P signing off. And guys, I'll see you in the next video. Take it easy.